When I first ventured into trading, I grappled with achieving consistent success. There were moments of triumph, but I couldn't sustain the profits over time. It felt akin to gambling in a casino. It took me 4 long years to grasp that I was stuck in a losing cycle unless I made certain changes. I'm here to share those insights with you in this video. As I implemented these changes, I witnessed a transformation in my profit graph, from consistently losing money to consistently making money. Every trader who eventually becomes profitable has a similar narrative. Yours might have its nuances, but by paying close attention to what I'm about to share, you can take actionable steps to improve your trading regardless of where you are in your trading journey. I often found myself in situations where I identified a great potential trade only to be paralyzed by fear that it might turn into a losing proposition. Consequently, I would opt out of the trade only to watch the market soar in the direction I anticipated, leaving me empty-handed. Instead of making a substantial profit, I ended up with nothing, feeling like a complete idiot. The cycle continued. I'd observe another potential trade, not as promising this time, and debate whether to skip it or toughen up and enter. Fearing a repeat of my earlier mistake, I would dive into the trade, only to witness it fail and incur losses. If you've been in this spot, you know the frustration. The loss triggers self-doubt, self-blame, and heightened frustration. I'd either abandon trading for the day, letting a dark cloud linger over me, or worse, engage in revenge trading, accumulating more losses. If you're currently grappling with these challenges in your trading, I have solutions for you. Let's delve into a few key takeaways from that story. Firstly, it's crucial to understand how your emotions influence your actions in trading. Identify the emotions you experience and how they drive impulsive decisions. Without this self-awareness, success in trading becomes elusive. Secondly, recognize that your emotions are interconnected, forming a web. In my experience, fear of a trade failing led to frustration for missing a potential win, followed by the impulsive decision to enter a trade I should have avoided, resulting in a loss. Understanding and managing this emotional web is essential for navigating the complexities of trading successfully. So in these situations, not only are you not up money, but you're actually down money on the day. This is why one simple change can have a drastic effect on your trading results. If I had been able to jump in on that first trade, the cascading effect of skipping it wouldn't have happened. So, what you need to do is start to write down your emotions when you're trading and how you react to them. How do they cascade into each other? Because this is how you start to build a foundation of your emotional web, and you'll see how everything is connected. Now, because you'll start to find you have a lot of emotions that are negatively affecting your trading results, let me tell you how you can fix that. Let's talk about habits real quick. Common habits that you're used to might be something like going to the gym once a day versus going to the gym every other day. This is a very tangible habit, but our emotions actually have habits too. Our brain naturally gets into habits of how it emotionally reacts to situations, just like my story about the emotional path I go down after fearfully skipping the first trade. This is a bad habit my brain had, and I had to figure out how to change it. You have mental habits that your brain repeats over and over. Some are good habits, and some are bad habits. The key is to finding ones that are negatively affecting your trading and changing them. This takes a lot of hard work. Now, the steps to actually fixing this initially are that you just need to become aware of them. And as you become aware of them over time, this awareness will get stronger and stronger. In the beginning, you will still notice these habits and reactions that you have in hindsight, but slowly, just like I did, you will start to notice it earlier and earlier until you can stop yourself before you act. For example, when I was scared to jump into a trade, I eventually started catching myself in real time, wanting to skip that trade opportunity. I then remind myself that it's perfectly normal to be scared or nervous about getting into a trade. There's so much unknown about it. But I wouldn't let my emotions control my actions and skip the trade like I had done in the past. And so this is how you can break the negative habits that are affecting your trading. I would then take the trade and not let my emotions control my actions. That's the key here. You can feel whatever you want when you're trading, but you can also decide how you want to react to those emotions. Just because you feel angry at someone and your first instinct is to punch them in the face doesn't mean you have to do that. You could decide to kiss them instead, even though you're angry at them. Now, this is a great start to change your trading for the better. But I eventually realized that just understanding how your emotions affect you and the patterns they create wasn't enough to be consistently profitable. There's still a big key to the puzzle that you need to be able to take your trading to the next level. I used to have days where I felt like I was trading flawlessly, and then emotions would come up, triggering me. It didn't seem like a problem initially, but I couldn't understand why some days I would trade perfectly and on others it would be an emotional roller coaster where I was impulsively chasing trades or even revenge trading. These days would usually wipe out all the gains I had on days when I was trading really well. As a fellow trader, I know this has happened to you, and here's why. Pretend that your body has a battery. When you're well rested, like after a restful weekend or vacation, your body battery is really full. You are more likely to have patience to deal with frustrating things. Going back to the example of somebody screaming at your face, it's easier to deal with, and you don't feel the need to punch them in the face. Now, contrast that with after a long, draining day at work. Your body battery is really low, and it's much easier for you to get pissed off at that person, yelling at you and impulsively punch them in the face. What I eventually realized, though, was that this is the exact way your trading goes. On days when you're trading flawlessly without impulsively reacting to your emotions, your body battery is generally very high, and you're really well rested. On days that you aren't rested and your body battery is really low, your emotions will easily take control of you and you'll act impulsively. The key here is to start becoming aware of that and where it is in relation to when you're trading and how it plays into your trading. If you think about it, why not only trade at times when your body battery is high? Let me show you how you can use this to become extremely consistent in your trading. Eventually, I realized that my trading results were correlated with my stress levels and how rested I was. When I wasn't stressed and well rested, I would have good trading returns. However, when I was stressed and not sleeping properly, I was more likely to make a bad trading decision, causing me to lose money. But you have to know when you need to take a break and reset your body battery. This can vary based on how drained you are. Sometimes you need just a good night's rest to be ready to go the next day, and other times you need a whole week's vacation to get back to normal. This is something you'll get better at understanding over time, and it's something I'm still working on myself. I've noticed that I have what seems like a boom and bust cycle where I am really in the zone trading, and I've been consistently profitable, and then I'll overwork myself, and my body battery will become really depleted. I'll still continue to try and trade without resetting properly, and I'll start making consistent trading mistakes. The key, though, is to be able to reset and take a break before your body battery becomes so drained that it negatively affects your trading. That's the key here. Trading will always be there, but the key is to be there when you are ready to trade. The only thing you can really control in trading is when you jump into a trade. The outcome of the trade, what the market's doing, they're all completely out of your control. So every time you sit down at your desk to trade, you better be at peak performance levels because trading is a war and you better be ready to fight every single time. You wouldn't show up to a fight tired and not able to give it your all, right? That's the great thing when it comes to trading. You can choose when you want to show up to fight. A significant realization I had was that even the most successful traders out there making millions still have ups and downs. They're not emotionless robots executing their strategy perfectly. They still have negative emotions to deal with and ups and downs. You will have emotions that negatively affect you, but if you can trade only when you're well rested, the impulses based on those emotions will be manageable. Over time, you will be able to slowly stop reacting to those emotions, change the habits that are negatively affecting your trading, and switch them into positive habits that will make you a consistently profitable trader. So, what are some trading habits that are crucial for your success as a trader?